It's Week 18 of the National Football League. And up next is this team's superstar wide receiver, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. Hope y'all ready for this one, and it's all up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance at a tune-up before they play on into the postseason, chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter. Their final chapter in a story to take the field until September rolls around again.
For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
Jukes out a one-stop. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 11, and that gives them the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Cut out left. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Sometimes, let's face it, it's just better to be lucky than good. Your mind as a runner always goes to worst-case scenario when you feel that ball get knocked loose. That time the sideline saved him and his team.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So they send out the field goal units and try for 3 on this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And expect a busy final week for him because, well, he's been busy all season long, leading the NFL in receptions this year. He'll come out throwing. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. And just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
It's the momentum hero!
the play fake. He'll throw. Has him running the comeback. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Has him on the quick hitter. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it sets up first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He's got it over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. And a shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll give him a first down. They're throwing it. Short pass brought in. And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing now, off play action. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
2nd and 10 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
So he makes up for his earlier miss in the game. He knocks that one right through. And it's important for him to move past that early miss, Kate, because you never know if he's going to be needed for a big moment when we get to the 4th.
His return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Sending a receiver left. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep the defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Long back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. He's going to throw this one. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Punty muted out now. And after that drive, went back backwards. He's going to send this one forward. He has it at the 33. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Called that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. Now this offense getting set to work here. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he carries it in for the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And these guys go up 10-zip here in the 1st. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense getting all set for this series. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
You know, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And this one doesn't go far.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll come up 1st and 10. He's got it on the bootleg. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They are throwing it again. Brought in right side. And he's brought down after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. When the rush was too much, he's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, this is one of those times and moments that even though it's been years and decades, I can still hear the great Mike Holmgren saying to me, after I tried to scramble as a QB that couldn't really run like our guy today, and he would say, "Oh, Brock, bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart." And really what he's saying is, don't ever try that again.
We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team on the field. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. Going back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they are there to bring him to a halt at the 26. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. Jukes his way into the clear. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And they'll have 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Completed to his running back.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
The give here on 2nd. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll give him a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down. Back to the well again. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Motioning the tight end now. Throw on 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially deep
behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And it's picked up by the defense. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. This one's caught. And And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Goal to go, they're passing. Getting out to his left. And they take this in for the score. These guys take the fumble and get 6 out of it. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys push the lead to 20. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense running back out now. They haven't come up with an answer quite yet on the scoreboard, and they take over down 20-0. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And they're going to have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Catch made over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be a 1st down. He'll throw it. Complete out to the right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go play action here. Hits his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. That one right down the middle. And these guys drop the lead back to 13. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has it at the 11. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Complete over the middle. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the 43. That one's incomplete over the middle. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Back to throw now. That's caught for the first. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. He gets 6 on that play. And that gives them the first. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. He's dropping back to throw. Going over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that sets up 2nd and 5. From the 47. That one's complete over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from OKC. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing it again here. He's on the in route. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Bails out of the pocket quick. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
2nd and 3 now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in balance.
Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There's no question that offensively you're disappointed when you're in these goal to go and you go backwards. But this is one of those situations, Kate, where I got to give a tremendous amount of credit to that defense. That surge, that want to, that leverage to not just stop them at the point of attack, but knock them.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
in that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan
Are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Eward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the second half. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it sets up first down. Now a run here from the gun. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give him a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. They give it to him again. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that drops the deficit down to 13.
The wind was at his sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Jukes one defender. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. They strike for 23 yards. And they'll have first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
To throw here on first down. Hits him on the out route. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 2nd and 3 now. From the 42. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
From the gun on 3rd down. And once again, they can't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Now looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll come up 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I love a good bootleg just like every other quarterback does. And bootlegs are most effective, Kate, when you're running it first and you deceive that defense. But if you're not running it, or it's a poor fake, or you got a defense that is sound, or you have the opportunity to get hit in the face in less than 2 seconds, just like that.
Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Setting up a throw. And the catch is made for the touchdown. These guys push their lead further to start the half. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
He's throwing for it! And he goes out of bounds. Wow, major miscue there, and they're not going to get 2.
You spend all week on two-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Has this at the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The offense getting set to go. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running for the marker on second. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Throwing the out route complete. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Pass play now. Complete out to the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Now give left side. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. This one's caught. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically.
Oh, he got it! Interception!
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. They are in great shape here as we wind down this 3rd quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, well, that could put this just too far out of reach. On first down, they'll run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Throwing now on first down. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here's a throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. On now comes their punter. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Looking slant route, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here's 2nd and 5. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Pass play coming here. Trying to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
I'll say this, unless you're committed to going for it on 4th down, I just don't see why you throw it there. Just power it forward for half a yard and reset those chains, then take your shots further down the field.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run here on 1st down. And they bring him down around the 34. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down. Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Back to pass on 1st and 10. This one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up. He'll look to throw. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Caught by his back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Now this offense ready to head back out. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's only 2 on the pickup, and it's an interesting call for them now on 4th down. Look into the air here. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds a man right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Back now, pressure on its way. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26, and that'll give him a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
2nd and 10 now. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Throw left side, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that 1st down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards them, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
Another drive coming up for this offense. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Third and a lone yard coming up. Dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Give now to the running back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Timeout called on the field. We've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. New set of downs for him at the 38. Run in now out of the gun. And they'll stop him after he rolls downhill to the 32. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Hand off to the back. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. So now a timeout for a player who's shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree, not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. All set up now for 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's a gain of 12 there, and it'll give him a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning here in Oklahoma City. These guys, moments away from win number 12. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And he runs it across. Touchdown! These guys put up even more points in a win. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now outruns their offense to take over. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 3 now. From the 34. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. They're throwing it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The offense headed back to the field. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Here's a give up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Right up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they get one more victory in a division champion season. That, of course, not the championship they're focused on, right, Brock? And the road to the Super Bowl will begin at home next week in the wild card round. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It was a great effort from our winners as we bid you farewell from Oklahoma City.